All right, Skope TV, TGIF, we doing it big tonight. Another special shout out to all our readers and listeners out in Japan. We saying prayers for you, and we hope you pull through. And anything Skope can do, you just let us know. But let's get back to my man Emaximus, who's really causing a lot of stir in this industry right now. E, you're a family man. How do you balance family and music? And do your kids love hip-hop too?
Well, see, my kid is pretty much into the newer stage of hip-hop. But, you know, one thing that we get a relationship is, and what he likes Michael Jackson. So, like, I can relate to that because when I was a little kid, I loved Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He was like his pop star. I mean, he was the black man for ages, and so it was pretty much a good relationship, and that's how we relate, because he's up to, like, you know how hip-hop is evolving now. I mean, he has an influence of where the new generation of hip-hop is going, so, I mean, he does appreciate, you know, music and plays instruments, so it's a cool thing. It's a good relationship.
Now, you're getting ready to release Mashin' with a Passion. Where you recording that, and when will that hit stores?
Where did I record it at? I recorded it in East Oakland. It's in the North Bay, in Santa Rosa, and in East Oakland, and a bunch of studios that are people I work with. And that album is basically 25 tracks. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much everything. It took time to get to that level. You know, I recorded more songs than that, but I wanted to give everybody a picture of, like, my passion and my drive to get to the next page, and, you know, basically to do things that the unthinkable. You know, people don't want you to conform to everything. You gotta go out there and be the best you could be and follow your dreams, and that's what Mashin' the Passion is about. It's always been involved in music, and this album will be coming out sometime this summer, this spring. I mean, I'm trying to work it out right now, but right now I'm trying to do the work on the marketing and get it out there. But hopefully this summer I could get it out to the masses, you know, and everybody be able to appreciate it. So that's why the campaign is strong. I mean, I learned a lot of promotion techniques from Bill Trans Productions, Sean Kennedy. You know, in the Bay Area, we did marketing and advertising for independent record labels. So I learned a lot of hands-on experience as far as marketing techniques, and then also, you know, learning and staying up to beat with technology and pop culture. So that's why I stay on it and try to circulate in different techniques. You know, because you can hit the streets, you can also hit the net, and I just basically combine Mashin' with a Passion with that, you know, that desire, you know, and that's just the fire in me to keep it going, and that's how I am, because I'm a hustler, straight up. That's how I do it. I mean, I don't stop until I don't throw in the towel. Whatever I put myself into and put my mind to, I do it, and that's why it's called Mashin' with a Passion, because everybody can relate to that, you know, being, you know, against all odds, and, you know, the odds may not be in your favor, but you're able to persevere and be persistent to get what you want. And I think everybody that's been successful has gone through that. So my mission is for success.
Now, many musicians are merging genres now. What artists would you like to work with outside hip-hop?
One group that I would like to work with is Metallica. I mean, like, on Sunday nights and, like, throughout the week, they have this thing called Sanitarium on 101 The Fox. And, like, I listen to their music because, like, I can feel, you know, the rhythm and the melody, and also the words and passion that they put behind their music. I mean, I know that I wouldn't be myself if I didn't listen to other types of music. And then, Metallica, they taking the world on by storm over, the last 3 decades. And, you know, I mean, they were highly respected. I would like to work with them. I would also like to work with, I mean, a storm of R&B artists. I mean, funk. I would like to work with George Clinton. I mean, I wouldn't even limit myself to working with Lady Gaga, to even doing things like that, you know. I mean, that's just how, you know, you can combine, you know, hip-hop and make that passion mix. Everybody's feeling it. I mean, and that's what is going on right now. So, but I've always been in the funkadelic and like the Isley Brothers and I mean Teddy Pendergrass and like the Average White Band. I mean, old school, you know, groups like that. You can't forget, you know, you can't forget how they've impacted hip hop also. I mean, so those are. I mean, I would like to work with a lot of old school and new school artists. You know, from different genres, even rock and roll. Cause like I managed a heavy metal group for a couple of years, and it worked. It was like it took me to another page. Cause like we would go to these shows that they would do, and like I would, you know, always hang out with them and stuff. And you know, there's some cool cats, crazy, wild, but you know, probably Narcosis. They were a Bay Area group I worked with, and then like I just started to feel like, yeah, and I could do anything. I could take this music anywhere. I mean, even back in the days. When I used to go in the liquor store in East Oakland on 35th, I used to talk to the man behind the counter and be like, man, what's that Arabian music you playing? Let me get a tape or something. Because it would be knocking. I'm like, man, I like that. So I'll be around the hood. You know, I was working at this record store on 89th and International by the East Bay Dragons called Jew Rocks. And I told my partner, Sean Kennedy, I was like, man, you got to listen to this. This is some Arabian music. And then I was like, man, it's knocking. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, it just evolves. Hip-hop is everything. It reflects people of the generation that's, you know, going through their trials and tribulations and struggles. I mean, everybody, you know, can relate to that. Like, you know, kid Oscar Grant got killed by the police. I mean, that was a manslaughter case that everybody in that generation can relate to. Because we had our issues with Rodney King and everybody else. I mean, so it all makes sense. And then, you know, that's how I like to mix everything up with, you know, a message and flavor every sign of the time. So
now, E, do you think it's fair that 50 Cent and Beyonce have to give back the money that they made for performing for Muammar Gaddafi in Libya? And would you give back the money if you made it performing for him?
Well, I mean, I think that, you know, it's their moral circumference because, I mean, if they feel that they did something wrong when they performed for him, then, I mean, that's on them. I don't think that they did something wrong by performing for him. I mean, people don't agree with Gaddafi because they haven't agreed with Gaddafi since the early 80s. They've always had problems with Libya. I mean, this isn't just new. So Gaddafi is somebody they always had under the scope, and this is how the system works. I mean, the United States already builds these countries up that have issues, when they have enemies. They get behind those people. They get behind the person that, you know, that might lead, at that time may lead to the direction that the United States has an interest in. And then at some point, that person may rebel, and the United States has to flip the script, and then all of a sudden, now they're trying to out Gaddafi. So, I mean, it's happened plenty of times over. Noriega, we don't even go into Iraq, but, I mean, if you know and pay attention to how history works, I mean, I think they should give it back on the strength that how they feel, because if they think that they may did something wrong, then they should give it back. But
that's
I mean,
cool.
I don't think you could judge them based on what they did. You know what I'm saying? They just basically need to do the right thing and to them how they feel.
Now we got about 30 seconds left, but you got to let the Skope listeners know what's coming up next for Emaximus, and where can we follow your ass online?
Well, Emaximus is working on putting out Massive with a Passion. MySpace.com/Emaximus. You can catch me at CoreDJsRadio.com/Emaximus. This is 50.com/Emaximus. I got a bunch of profiles y'all can check out. I mean, if you could, you can hear different music and new music. Also, you can check me out on YouTube.com/Emaximus Hip Hop, where I have some videos, some show footage from doing some shows out in the Bay, and also some videos of me in the studio just, doing songs that are going to be on the album. I mean, I want y'all to, recall the radio stations and request freeze frame or dial my phone. It's basically on the Clear Channel Radio website. I mean, you can go to Clear Channel and check it out there. And, basically I'm trying to build this campaign, and, the more people and fans that I have involved, it helps build the momentum so I can hit it to the mainstream, and it's already circulating on Django.com. I got some new music playing on Django.com/music/Emaximus. You can check me out. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep mashing with a passion, and that's how I'm getting down for 2011 until this day is over. Straight up. I got to give a shout out to my family, Swagger Incorporated, the Doc, also Paul McKay, Gates, basically, the Washington McKay firm. I give a shout out to East Oakland, California, my birthplace and where I got my games from, all the family members and everybody involved in it, my cousin Teflon, Dale, Soyam Sapien, Ice Cube, everybody that, played a big influence into my life, and that made me be where I am today with music. And, I'm trying to take it on and keep managing until we at the Grammys or wherever we doing. Doesn't matter. I mean, BET Awards, wherever. Hip-hop is in me. Give a shout-out to Ill Trins Production, Sean Kennedy. Shot me some, he gave me the game and laced me with shoelaces on the, music business. And that's how I'm going to do it down, You guys can check me out all over on Twitter. I got a Twitter account, Emaximus9. And, I'm just trying to network to get the network, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Well, you heard it here first. Emaximus on the west side, and we over here on the east side. Catch us next week. Skope TV. Emaximus. Google that brother. Keep in touch with that brother. He's doing big things. Have a good weekend, y'all.